ahas. Guys, if we come back to my room, ahas. They say first. Give me an aha so far. What? What is that? Yes, I'm coming to you. What's going on? And aha is how you're feeling. Aha is not a trick question. I'm not grading you on it. What have you experienced the first 2 hours of being here? It's a trick question. I don't know the answer. I didn't study. And you might want to turn that camera around to me unless you really want to watch Josh, which I don't mind.
I was turning it to the person that was talking.
Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, okay, then turn it to Stacey. I was watching Josh. I'm sorry. No, it's fine.
My mind is blown.
Why?
Every time I'm in your presence, it is.
Oh, wait, now you need to record that. Hold on here for a second. I'm like, you turn that camera on for a second. Wait, I didn't expect this. This is so cute. All right, come here. You need to tell me something great like that. I'm in for it. Yeah, you want to be on camera? Tell me I'm wonderful. Okay, wait. Okay, and you know, I don't do that anymore. I don't get paid by them, so you can't advertise what you get paid for on camera. But I do work for her. All right, so Miss Stacey, come on up here. Welcome back, everybody. And you have an aha for us.
My aha is that my mind is so blown every time I spend time with you, and that's not good enough. And I am a very thoughtful, analytical person, and so I my notes and absorb it all. I'm just, my mind's blown.
Well, when you say blown away, seriously.
All the things. No.
Good. That's
share.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good. I appreciate that. It's taken a lifetime to get here. Give it up for Stacey. I love that. All right, so who else has an aha? Come on left. Is it Leah?
I like both. But my name is Leah.
I think I like Leah better. I don't know. Yeah. Come on, Miss Leah.
Okay, so my biggest aha this morning so far has been the communication breakdown with I live in my head when I talk, and when you talked about what we write down as a speech,
right?
And we think that's the biggest thing. It's really how you show up. I mean, of course, with what you say, what you say, and how you make others feel.
Yes.
Good. Be uncomfortable up here.
No! That is so cool. Thank you. You can all go home. That's so good. All right, well, that's probably what. That is probably. Turn it up. There you go. What an awesome aha. Stop being so nervous about you showing up and what you're going to say, because it doesn't really matter. And I've actually proven that it doesn't matter at all. I have actually made myself nuts at work. Now I just walk up there and go. Now, it doesn't mean I don't prepare and work on modules. I've been studying this my entire life. But I sometimes don't prepare at all. And I trust that the work that I've done, the classes I've taken, and the stuff that I've done makes sense. So to that end, I'm going to do an exercise. You guys at home are going to play with us. Do you mind taking this chair and striking this? Tim, grab this. Everybody get up if you would. And everybody stand along here in a line.
Got that out.
In a line here. I promise not to shoot anybody, but stand here facing them so they can see you. And you guys at home are going to play as well. So part of this is, the game is called How to Get Out of Your Head. Remember last time I played a game show? That sucked. Yes. We as a group have a whole new meaning of what game show means. I will tell you that Sharon, who didn't win the game show, by the way, had a huge revelation about her life by losing. Yay! Sometimes it's great to be a loser. It is great to be a loser when you're not on the airplane that crashed. Yeah, I lost. Let's get back and get on. I missed my flight. Trust me, sometimes it's good to lose. So, but it's always great to play full out. So we're going to play a little improv game. And the game is first letter, last letter. Okay? Now the game is simple. You're going to tell a story. Stories have beginning, middles, and ends, and often a meaning. The last letter of the last word of the sentence is going to be the first letter of the first word of your sentence. And we're going to tell a story, and you guys at home are going to play. Doris, unsquint your eyebrows. That's funny. This is how I read you guys. It's not what you say, it's how you act. All right, so Teresa, step in. The first letter, last letter. So I'm going to play the game with myself. Hey, today was a great day. Ending in Y? Yes, it was. Ending in S. So where am I going next? Ending in T. Tomorrow, I'll figure that out. Got it? Tyronda's going, oh my God, I hate this stuff. Now, there's a real reason for playing this. You're going to hold the microphone, pass the microphone, and we're going to go from Brett over there to, now, notice this order. We're going to go Tyronda, Nicole, John, Doris, Teresa. Teresa, you're going to be the end, okay? So if you need to write down who you're after just to keep the game straight. So I will start over here. Somebody give me a subject. Business.
Hurricane.
Food.
Hurricane. Oh, yes, hurricane. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear, but that rain is really loud.
Down it comes onto our heads.
Don't worry,
Heads.
so it'll be fine.
Every time a storm comes, I really enjoy it.
To the point where I run out in the rain and do jumping jacks.
So make sure you have enough water and prepare for what could happen.
Never trust that it'll be safe outside.
Every time you go out, prepare.
Every time, prepare.
Tyronda. Did you hear what he said? Prepare with an E? Go.
Especially when you want to do your best. Prepare.
Nicole, you have to unmute.
Even when you think you're Superman and can handle the terrible weather.
John. Just say it.
Hope is always nearby to help you get through it.
Tomorrow will be better.
Right now, it's not.
Woo! Okay. So that was the worst playing of that game I've ever heard. Because let me share something with you, my children. English is your first language. You pretty much know that. Most of you graduated 3rd grade and can spell. Words end with E, R, T, right? Okay. So number one, speed it up. The microphone came to, can you use my microphone? Came to you and your facial expression was, oh God, I don't eat, everything is fine. When you tell a bedtime story, you're supposed to excite, engage, and enroll. None of you did that at all. Oh God, I'm not tell a story about hurricanes. It's so hard. Okay, number one, not hard. Number two, telling a story to people who are very far away and would like to hear you. So be powerful, not in your head. There's no test at the end of this. The only test is to be entertaining and funny, and you guys were incredibly boring. Because you didn't set out to be otherwise. Does that make sense? That's the only reason you're boring. Because you're like playing the game like by the rules. Now we're going to be a lot of fun, little anime to have some fun with it and see where it goes. It's a lot easier than you would imagine. And the next thing is I want the microphone to be a hot potato. Pass it faster. Get it out of your hands. In and out quickly. Okay? Hot potato. Same with you guys. You now know the order how you're going to do this? Yes, Teresa.
No, I'm just dancing.
All right, so now we're going to start with Teresa. We're going to go backwards. So Teresa, Doris,
Okay.
John, Nicole, Tyronda, and Brett. So Brett, you're going to hold the microphone. And I need another subject. I will interpret. It sounds like you. No, sorry. Oh, I watched way too much Robin Williams this week. Yeah, that's funny. Topic. Beach children have so much more fun with this game. You guys are so freaking serious.
Vacation.
Vacation, the beach. Okay, vacationing on the beach. Go, Teresa. And say it as loud as you can.
My Cabana Boy's here. Yay.
My Cabana Boy's here. Yay. Go, Doris.
You're having fun?
Doris.
I don't know.
A and with an H. Again, stop trying to be perfect. I didn't need the facial expression. It's not like you've never said a sentence before in your life. I know this sounds crazy, but you got to look at each other and go, why are they afraid of speaking all of a sudden? What changed? I have to remember the first letter. I can speak, I can write. You guys are very comprehensive. I loved her sentence. Do it again. Teresa, go.
Oh, my Cabana Boy's here. Yay.
He looks great. What? Did you not hear me? What?
We can hear you. John's turn.
There's plenty of sunshine and sunscreen oil to go all around.
Did you guys see that massive shark in the water? All of the naked women crawled out onto the beach screaming for their lives.
Tyranda.
Saving me. I read.
R. Go.
Robert was running along the beach and he ran from that shark.
Keep away from the water.
Woo!
Water's dangerous. Please don't go in.
Except it starts with an R. Water ends with an R. Go, go, no. No, it's okay. Go. Fix it, quick.
Run, run, run. Water's terrible. Don't go in.
Now let's get back to that Cabana Boy.
Yes, there is. You don't have to remember. Oh my.
Yes, it was the best day of my life.
Every day's the best day of my life.
Every day at the
No,
beach.
especially. Use another word. There's more words that start with E. And Teresa, do me a favor. Be careful. It's easy when you're an armchair quarterback. We all win the game in the stands. It's tough.
Okay, well, I couldn't see where it went, and I thought I was next.
Oh, you're so funny. No, yeah, so you're so cute. No, he took a. Because you're not in the camera. There you go. Give her a little camera. Right there. So I just got to the best day of my life. So Robert apparently is the Cabana Boy.
Especially when we're hanging out at the beach.
No. That is not the next sentence from us. We just revealed that Robert is the sexy Cabana Boy. They're drooling over here. Give me a second with an E.
Especially when Robert is hanging out with me.
Oh, all right. Now, what just changed? Oh, you want to go?
Shelly's.
Oh, Shelly's here. Shelly's in the black. I don't think Shelly's at work, though. Shelly, you want to play? She's got her mic muted, so she's listening. Shelly's loving the Cabana Boy, though. It's okay. You're cool, Shelly. So here's what's important. What changed with you guys? All of a sudden, it was fun. The energy was fun. It was playful. So now you can understand why I called you boring before. All of a sudden, you guys stepped up. It was playful. It was great. It was interesting. When you got it wrong and fixed, it was even better. Okay, so this is a game that I need you to practice. Because what happens in this particular game, as in a couple of others, is that your brain starts to get out of its own way. Your brain is smarter than you are, apparently. You're all going, I didn't know it. Your brain's going, yes, I do, it starts with me, we know T. With law, there, truth. And then your brain's screaming, and you're going, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing to watch you guys do that. And the coolest thing is just go, hey, I'm 8 years old, and I don't care. Because 8-year-olds don't care. Okay, next game. Fortunately, unfortunately. Now, John and Doris, you must play faster.
Okay.
Right. You knew the word. You know a word that starts with T. You're highly intellectually smart people. Don't play small. That's what this whole thing is about. You want to crush it. You can't play small. You take chances, right? You stop being so smart. Because it's literally we're in our own way. Okay, how do I know this? Because I've been in my way more. Here we go. So next one is fortunately, unfortunately. We're going to tell a story. You're going to say, fortunately, the hurricane didn't hit us. Unfortunately, I make money when it does. Fortunately, we were hanging out with Forbes Riley. Unfortunately, we're being treated like children. Fortunately, I don't know. Okay,
That's right, keep going.
yeah, all right. Spud, you got the point? So anybody should make sense. The weird thing is, when it doesn't make sense and you sacrifice the story, you sacrifice the humor and the intellect. When you say something just to say it, our little brain goes, that wasn't fun. Run, shark, run, that was fun. Enroll, engage, and excite. I actually don't care what you say. If you had fun, she said, my, oh yeah, okay, well now look at the Cabana Boy. How cool is that, right? And so if you had picked up on that instead of staying in your noggin, which is where you went, you were so concerned about the E, that when you're like, dude, that was really funny when you put it together. And again, we only care how you make us feel. Got it? So if you're stuck, we feel nervous for you. We don't like you. So this is a way that I teach when stuff goes wrong. It's almost like your brain's got to do quarters, okay? And there's only, you don't have to do this in life necessarily, although it's fun, but on camera and on stage, if you're not 4 quadrants firing all over the place, you fail. So I get on stage recently, and it was in front of a couple hundred people, and I was told you cannot sell. We'll get to some of this tomorrow and on Saturday about the difference between selling from stage and not selling, but always enrolling and making money. Got it? Actually, Chuck, that's a great picture. Will you take that picture again? I'm going to post for you because I like it. Yeah. Okay.
And she's not on camera right now, Forbes. I don't know if you want to be in the shot.
Okay. I'll go back to okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to actually talk this way because I can't be on that camera and this camera. So hang on.
That's okay. I mean, I just didn't know for the sake of
no, I want you guys to see I'm telling a story. I'm on that camera. All right. So what I was talking about was I was really interrupted by myself. That I was on stage. My intention, really it's important to set your intention, was to get these people to fall in love with me. That's what they were, a high-level affiliate group who didn't want to be sold anything. So if I can't sell anything, then you just have to love me, okay? It's pretty much your only choice. So I get on stage, and I only have 15 minutes, which is frustrating, very short period of time. I get up there, I'm wearing a microphone, and I had a lavalier on, or whatever it was, and I'm speaking, and there's no sound, and I can't be heard. And so, and I'm wearing a very, very tight dress. There's a woman, my microphone is somewhere down, you don't even want to know. And they can't hear me. And the mic guy's like, oh my gosh, something's gone wrong. We have to figure this out. At that moment, I have a choice to leave the stage, correct? And get it fixed. But I have no intention of leaving the stage. So I'm going to stand here and say something to the guy about how we're going to fix it. So he comes up and starts to undo my dress, and he starts to unzip it a little bit and kind of go up my skirt, and I'm laughing. And then one of my girlfriends, and I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm not going to move. Why am I not moving? Why am I not going to move? Because I'm making, because, oh my God, if this is so embarrassing to me, oh my God, so, then one of my girlfriends who's rather wide gets up and she stands in front of me, and I'm hugging her, and the truth be told, I was fine with it all, but I was pretending to be like a little, how cute is this? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And I made some joke, and they loved me, and I loved me. Because I took advantage of what was not supposed to happen. But at that moment, I knew the most important thing for me to do was to enjoy this moment, let them enjoy the moment, make some joke, have some fun. And that accomplished my end goal as if I'd said my entire speech. So that's when the microphone comes to you. The goal is, I'm entertaining and rolling and playing the game, not to be right. Because some of us who are very smart, we like to be right and get it right. So jump off the bridge and don't get it right. I said that to me more than to you, okay? And I love when you just perk, because I'll just I remember how to play. So fortunately, unfortunately is the game. Give me a topic if you would. Food. Wonderfully boring. Can I have another topic or more specific? Come on. Drill down, enjoy it. Broccoli. The topic is broccoli.
Oh,
all right.
broccoli.
Fortunately, unfortunately.
Fortunately, I can grow broccoli.
Unfortunately, I can't stand the stuff.
Fortunately, it has fabulous fiber in it.
Unfortunately, when I eat it, it gets really caught in my teeth.
Fortunately, it pairs well with cheese.
Unfortunately, I hate cheese.
Fortunately, I love cheese and I absolutely love broccoli, and it's really good with some chicken broth.
Ooh.
but unfortunately, I don't like chicken broth.
Tyronda.
Unfortunately, broccoli is bad roasted.
Fortunately, when I eat roasted broccoli, it gives me the best farts.
John?
Unfortunately, my wife doesn't like when I eat it because it stinks up the house.
And so do my farts. Doris, go.
Fortunately, it's good for you.
Unfortunately, I'm not there to make you some broccoli.
Good. All right, nice. Okay. Go back one more time, really fast. Oh, Shelly, I don't know if Shelly wants to play or not. Her microphone is off. I think she's at work at the moment. She's listening to us.
Yes.
So if she wants to join in, she'll
Oh.
All right. So these are 2 games that we're going to play over lunch when you guys go get lunch. Yes. Because I just want the speed. I want the fun. I need you to keep thinking. This is like exercise. I can tell you how wonderful it is. Unless you actually do it for yourself, you won't get the benefits. Okay. So you ready? Big round of applause. So the 2 games are called first letter, last letter, fortunately, unfortunately. I want you to create a topic, and I want you to keep going round and round and just kind of figure those out. Because the faster you get, the more fun you will have in these situations. We're trying to grease up your brain. So fortunately, unfortunately, and first letter, last letter. Good? All right, a couple of technical things. Let's talk about camera first. Be on the camera. A couple of trick questions here. When you're on camera, who are you talking to? Somebody.
The people on.
The one person.
Person.
One person.
One person. You're always only talking to one person. Do me a favor, take out a little piece of paper and draw that one person. Just take a piece of paper. When you talk to one person, they have one set of ears. They have a pocketbook or a purse and a credit card. They have a set of beliefs. And you are talking to one person. Imagine if you were having dinner with your partner and you kind of did this, right? Let me tell you how. It's bizarre, right? So you tweak instinctively how you communicate to somebody based on who you're talking to. It's one person at home. It's always one person. You're probably funny when you talk to somebody at home. You're probably engaging. You don't talk at them. You don't talk at people. We are always, and I'm going to write this down, we excite, we enroll, and we engage at all times. So every time you got quiet and stopped doing that, you became boring or confusing. Bored and confused people don't buy. Okay? Now, it's not always about selling on the camera. So a couple things technically about cameras. One, you need one. Now my phone real quick, if you don't mind. So a couple things about today's day and age. You have a camera with you at all times. I'm old enough to remember what my dad's giant camera was and carry that giant Canon thing. Nowadays, it's all the way here. Apparently, statistic, a ridiculous number of people die taking selfies. Do you know that? It's really weird. Hey, look at me in the bear. Oh, there's the car. They have the worst part is they're recorded. That's a really wow. I'm actually working on a speech, and one of the things I'm going to say in the speech, and this is a crazy fact, is that more people are alive today than have ever died. How's that for you? More people are alive today than have ever died. It's real. All right, so you have a phone. Let's write down a couple of different ways which you can use it. Everyone have a camera on their phone? Yes. Okay, this is just part of communication. This is actually part of my equipment. A camera works this way, and it works this way. Right? This way and this way. Also works this way and this way. You know the differences? I'm going to give you the answer to some of the things. When you Facebook Live, apparently you do it this way. When you want to record it on camera, you do it this way. Why? Because it looks better on YouTube. Apparently, if you record your Facebook Live this way, people have to do that to watch it.
There's also a difference in quality.
Yes, there's a big difference in quality. This camera is not nearly as good as this camera is. I don't know where my really cool selfie stick is. I don't know if it's in. I think This is my purse. I make it home. It's around somewhere. Can I have the other one, silver one? Right there. A couple of equipment things that you need. One, you need one of these. Two, I don't like this one. I have a much cooler one. And if you look on Amazon, it's called Ocean, I think OCEAN. It's a little black one. It's a great telescoping. It's got a really firm, not this cheap, which I just managed to pop off. You want a selfie stick, okay? You want a great light. Chuck is looking for my really cool selfie stick because I keep leaving them. Actually, you know what, Chuck? Actually, could you come here for a second? I know where it is. There's two things I want you to grab for me. You want to carry this at all times. So one, there's a new one. If you walk into my office on the right-hand side in a brown box, there's a new selfie stick. And also bring in the ring light. But be very careful because the head tends to fall off of it. So light. Let me introduce you to light. God said there let there be, and I agree. Takes away from you. Looks great. You don't need to be a lighting master, but you need to understand the value of light. Apparently, I have very smart people on the other end of my Zoom calls who have no idea what a light is. I don't know why that is. Excuse me for 1 second. This could be a great investment. It's not expensive, and it is a light. Not typical. It is a light. Oh, FedEx, hi. Not typically found in your house, but go get one. Because it allows you to put it somewhere. Now, the funny thing about light and a camera. So, the light is here, and I asked someone to take a picture. Where should they stand? It should stand between the light and me. If the light is back here, like coming through a window, my face is dark. Cameras go towards the lightest thing and make everything else dark. You want to be a silhouette, take a picture this way. And if you put the light on your face and ask the person to take a picture here, it looks better. So if the sun is up there and your back is to the sun, you get a picture that's black. Tell the person when the sun is facing you, you stand over there between your face and the sun and take the picture that way. It's a lot prettier. Most of you just don't know that or don't do that. Put this on your desk. For those of you who are on Zoom, and often on Zoom, this is becoming the new standard, right?
Forbes, is that a special light? Or?
This is actually, yes, and I don't remember actually where I got this. I think I just
The photography light?
Yeah, it's a little tiny photography light. It's like 20 bucks. And I put a couple of these around my house because I never know where I want to be zooming. Like in my bathroom or at my desk. Now, everybody turn around. I love that you're in this class. Turn towards that television screen and say, hi, hi. Now, we are looking at you guys in a box, right? Now, we Zoom every night, and we Zoom once a week. So you can leave that right there if you wouldn't mind. The every night is because we're doing a weight loss challenge. And the Wednesday and Thursday classes that we do a weekly coaching on Wednesdays. We do a weekly onboarding. Now, some of these people have been with me for a long time, and our pictures still look not so good. Here's what I've been trying to tell my people forever. Okay, let me see if I can do it with this camera. So, Tyronda, I'm going to start with you. Now, the lighting is not so great because I just walked out of my lighting. But this is you right now. Whoa. So this is you. See if I have that. My head's too big. I want you to push it away, come back a little bit, and see that this box has proportions to it. It has a third, and a third. If you're halfway down like Doris and John are, you're not filling your share of the box. So find a way to put your head where it needs to be. That's great, right? That looks like a good picture. Well, maybe not because it's just, Tyronda, I love the background, but I'm gonna get really technical on all of you. Let's look at Tyronda's box, okay? Tyronda is right underneath her pictures of flowers, and she's wearing flowers. She actually looks very pretty. It's a very kind of Georgia O'Keeffe thing going on. But I would want you to move a little off center because you can see your own box. I know you guys can. I would move a little to the left, and I would take it away just a little bit further. I would move it just a couple of inches away from you because I want to see like the little top of your, like the, not quite your boobs, like move the camera away just a little bit. I want you to be gorgeous when you're being filmed because you're also being recorded, I hope. You don't believe that we're recording this. Chuck, are we recording this?
Yeah.
Now, does Tyronda look better? Less picture, more her. You look great now. That's awesome. So next, let's go with Mr. I hate the fact that I'm having to wear this on my head. So Miss Teresa, I like your environment looks sexy, but your lens is blurred. It's just not as clean as it could be. Let's clean your lens. Not with
Okay.
I think you need a real cloth to clean it. So what I like about, so move it back just, so what I like about her right now, she's filling the third of the frame, right? The middle third. No, I like you a little further up, a little closer.
Okay.
That's really pretty. I get a sense in her world, Tyronda. See, Tyronda looks like she's doing good. There's some wainscoting, and it tells you a lot about who and what you are given your environment. So what I like about Teresa is I get a sense that that's probably her office. It's black. I see the word amazing. That's a subtle thing of going, she must be amazing. Nice artwork, and even the globe over there just says a lot about her. Got it? Now, Doris and John. I love you in your office. I hate you, and I can say this, in this environment. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I've been watching it for months now. Pick the camera up or the phone up and make it this way. I don't want to, when you look down, it makes me feel unimportant. Yes, yes, yes. Square it up and see how the size of Teresa, well, again, there's two of you, so a little more challenging.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want. Because for the longest time, Doris, and I love you, we've been looking up at your boobs. Doris liked to do her shot right like this. This was Doris' shot right there. This was Doris when she started, right? And I could do this is Jason Burke, by the way. Every time we're doing a call, do I need to see him like this? He's off, and this is what I see. And I'm just after 4 weeks kind of frustrated with it. Okay. It's done. I just want you to be, all right. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. And now, Doris and John, do me a favor. You're half and half right now. You can't be half and half. You're only in the half of the screen, so push it a little further with nice. And the reason is you need to be visually appealing to the other people you're talking to. You never know who's watching my calls. The things that you remember, you always need to be closing. There are people, Bob, who need you everywhere, and every time you say what you're due, I know somebody who's, in Panhandle right now. If something happens up there, I could refer you to Anthony Morris, who just evacuated his house, even if it's for advice. Don't diminish what you do at all times. You always have a value to somebody if that's what you're doing, okay? And I say that because I know what he does, but we don't really know what you do just yet. So now for Nicole, right? Nicole almost always looks gorgeous. You have some funky lighting in your kitchen.
Yes, I do. It's like yellowish.
It is a little yellowish. It's interesting. But you look great. Your framing is great, and you're doing something, okay? That's the difference. Even when you're in your car, you look pretty good. Can I get an extension cord for this, Chuck, please? So, for the light. Having a light like this, you guys, would allow you at any time, wherever you are, to say, hey, we're doing a Zoom. I can plug this in, get an extension cord, put it on my face, and I always look good. I'm just tired of us not looking good. So when we first met Leah, she was sitting on the floor with a light switch above her head. Now, what kind of message does that send to everyone on the call? Has no furniture. Now, I know that sounds silly, but how you do something is how you do everything. And so, Doris and John, I love you when you're in your library. It felt very kind of cool. Like I was a part of your house. It looks great. I have another client. She'd always lie in her bed. I'm like, stop doing that. It's not fun to I'm talking to you. I see you. Don't waste my time. And that sounds weird, but I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Then, okay. So moving on. Stacy, you have been looking great. You look awesome outside. When you change your environment, I like listening to you. You guys are always in the kitchen. That's totally cool. Shelly's hysterical. I love when her daughter is crawl over her. It's great. Jane, when you're on the go, I totally get it. However, there is a little $1 selfie light. If you really think that you are going to be on the go and you want to look great, you put the little $1 selfie light on while you're selfieing your Zoom call. So this is another light you guys need to know about.
Because you're sitting
It's
up
called a
moving.
ring light. This has made a lot of YouTubers very famous because it comes with a stand right here. I don't think I have mine. Maybe this little piece goes in here. I don't know. No, not on this one. Okay. So this is called a ring light. It is actually a ring of light. No, you're fine. Turn it back on. There you go. Where's my chair? Put my chair back. And what's cool about a ring light, watch this. It is a ring of light. You can actually put, so Joshua's right there. Look how pretty I look. It's all around you. So for you guys here, look what just happened to my face. No, I'm serious. I mean, I got good looking. No, but what happens is you can make it so that you don't see the light. Obviously, this camera's a little further away. Chuck, play with me for a second. Take that particular camera, which is kind of a bit of a wide angle lens, which is maybe when it doesn't work. And, well, it's still, well, close enough. But look how bright I look. And it does something really cool to your eyes. It actually puts a halo inside your eyes and makes them look a lot prettier. This also has very adjustable, so it can be brighter or not brighter. Where's my little thing here? There you go. So it can be a little less, so it's nice. If you're doing a makeup tutorial, it's probably too bright. But I all of a sudden got really like, wow, light is your friend. And it just makes your eyes look awesome. So if you're doing Zoom for a living, which we are doing Zoom for a living, I'd have it here. When you do your Facebook, it fits right in here. You don't see the light at all, and you look really good. Why wouldn't you want to look really good? The ultimate filter. Okay, so highly invest in a ring light. And where's my little selfie stand? This, my all-time favorite selfie stand. Oh my gosh. This guy, oh, you know what, Chuck, I might just put my ring light in front of them. Let me move that for a second. This guy is your all-time best friend, okay? I highly invest.
You said the brand is Ocean?
I think it's ECEAN. It has a little timer that it comes with, which I popped out somewhere. It has an amazing head here, which means that you can do this or turn it. Well, I love how it holds it. Then it's got massive telescoping capabilities. But beyond that, it's got the coolest legs. I love this. They're sturdy. You do your Facebook Live, you put this anywhere. It's just my best friend. And then you can turn it on and off with the remote. Oh, seriously? This is crazy. And then it goes back in my pocketbook.
E-Ocean.
E-Ocean? Yeah. Which I should probably give you my affiliate. Anyway, I love this product, okay? I carry it with me. I've had the flimsy little ones. Although tripods are nice, this is still my best friend. Because this is going to be your assignment over lunch. How you communicate, right? This is the thing to do. Facebook, Instagram Live. You know, Chuck, we may want to, not to take over for a second. Stop recording for 1 second. We may want to have lunch. Everybody have a Facebook account? Yes? Can you on your laptop pull up your Facebook account for me, please? Would it be okay? Would it be okay in this class called Crush It on Camera, on Stage, and in Life if you actually made money by the time you left here?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's always my goal. I have a lot of tips and tricks to do that. For those of you who are taking business mastery or part of the year-long coaching, we continually come up with unique ideas. By the way, Bob, we're owed a phone call. We need to have a follow-up conversation while you're here. Let's do that. I am wildly creative. I'm also wildly specific when it comes to brands. And I'm also missing a television. This is an interesting conversation to have you guys on a big screen, although I don't actually need them on a big screen, do I, Chuck? I like seeing them this big, and we're going to want to see them this big when they're doing their recordings back. But I may play between using my laptop and yours. You have to really think this through. It's right. Yes.
Do you have a guest password?
I do. So under guest, it is Wi-Fi password, all lowercase. We're really high tech here. Wi-Fi password. Okay, So one of the big ahas that we're all experiencing is that how you make somebody feel, how you come across is more important than actually what you're saying. However, what you're saying is also really important. So, let's just do a couple of housekeeping things. Number one, clothes. Write this down. The colors that you wear are important. The style that you wear is important. I'm just going to give you the answers to all the questions. Would that be okay? Patterns don't read well on television. They move. Television is made up of little pixels and lines and things like that, and so more solid colors don't tend to move. Technically, they call it rain, don't they? So what you want to do is you want to become an expert in your field. One of the things that you can do is you can look at people on television and notice for the first time what they're wearing. Look at newscasters. Female newscasters always wear a certain kind of dress, almost always wear a solid color. There's a newscaster who became famous in LA for always wearing St. John suits, were very expensive. But there's a style. So, for example, Kendra, not a good shirt for television because there's a lot going on. Jane, not a good shirt for television. However, having said that, yours is rather executive. If you put a black jacket on, that might work. And yours is work for more bohemian, but even for TV, I would still wear a little bit more solid color. I have an entire section of my wardrobe for television, not the things I wear in life. That's just the colors. White, not good. Black, not good. Red, not good. Now, certain kind of reds are not good. Ivory reads better on television than stark white. Camera's white balance, so it's a hard, white's a hard color. So just look around the room for a second. Bob, blue is great. That is tremendously amazing blue. It's a great color on you. And here's the thing, you should create, write this down, your uniform. That does not say Splatter University on your chest, Tim. Oh, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Holy smoly. Take off your jacket. Would you go get my... You've got to be kidding. Oh my God, this is my movie. Right? Oh my gosh. There's a big poster of my movie and you're wearing my shirt. How did you ever... It's about time you saw it. Where did you even find that? That is about finally in your clothes. And I was going, Splatter. That's the very first movie that I starred in back in 1983. I played Professor Julie Park. There's a big poster back there you can see. That's so funny. People celebrate Julie Parker's birthday. It's very strange. Yes. So, and that's funny that you say that because I can remember in that particular movie, my very first movie, I had to figure out what to wear. Those are all my own clothes in that movie. I made a couple of very interesting mistakes, and I hate watching some of it. But I've learned the hard way over what works and doesn't work. So I'm going to make that, sort of compress time for you on that. One way is to kind of squint your eyes, and if it looks good, you can tell. So just kind of going around the room. Can you just turn around? Is Bob, to take a look at Bob from where you are? So Bob, stand up, because that's a great color. Stand up for a second. I love the color. You can do it right there. I just love the color on you. I love how it makes, it's awesome. And you totally stand out in that. So one of the things that I would do, now go to Jane since you're already turning around there. So Jane, stand up for a second. So Jane's a little more bohemian and it fits her personal style. I don't know if it fits her TV style, unless she's like an actress being that. If she's so we have to kind of just tweak that a little bit. Brett, stand up and kind of walk back a little bit because this is a great color on him. And it's a good color. So let's see, Brett, stand right there. And I like that on you, except now look at him against that background, he kind of fades away a little bit, right? Now, Kendra trade places with him, and I know you guys can't see this, which is probably not a good thing. So actually, you know what? Guys, make a line. Everybody make a line since they can't see it. Make a line. Come up here. I'll do a little close analysis really fast. All right, so stay right there. Let's do this one at a time. So Brett, come over here. Let's see if you're seen. All right, so for the point of you guys at home, this is actually a very nice color on you. It's subtle. It's not too bright. It's not too dull. Did you? What do you normally wear?
This.
Okay.
Not this color.
That's one shirt. Okay, so on television now, what's interesting for you, I think this off the back of your name, it looks wrinkled. So you might want to look at a material that maybe doesn't wrinkle so much because television is very unforgiving. No, it's not, I'm not, again, not making any judgment, but I'm just going to tell you that when you're on television, it's kind of important. For example, you want to make sure that you don't have this in your chest when you're doing your thing, because it's weirdly distracting. Girls will get to jewelry in a second. Do we like, and everything is about, it's only about that much, right? Do we like t-shirt or no t-shirt? What do we think?
T-shirt.
No? What do you think?
I don't have hair chest.
We don't want that.
You don't
Okay,
want it.
I'm going to tell you. No.
I don't want it either.
I'm going to say you're not in the fashion industry, correct?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm going to vote when you do your thing that you don't wear a t-shirt. And it's hard to explain why, but with a button collar shirt, it sends an odd message.
It's also by my conservative nature. So that's something that needs to be rounded a little bit.
Oh, I'm not asking you to unbutton and put on a gold chain. I'm just going to tell you that I think it's just style-wise for now. It plays against your professionalism. Okay, good up. Nice. Stand right over here. Nice. Oh, microphone. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So now, come look here. Actually, take your name tags out because this is kind of a very interesting thing to do. So while in life, I love this outfit. This is a great meeting outfit. It is, and I like the necklace, but I take off the shirt. So this is too busy. Although it isn't. No, hang on a second. I didn't ask him to do it. So guys, help me out. Do we like this or not like this on her?
I would like to see you in something higher on the heels so that the.
No, just this part.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of looking from here to here. Can you, almost have to zoom in a little bit because I'm almost saying that it's not as busy and as bad as I thought it might be, like it's cool. And the necklace now, I'm looking at you this specifically is very professional. However, take that off. Yeah. Well, actually, no, before you take it off, hang on a second. Put my jacket on for a second.
She's still in the jacket.
All right. So now, but now it takes away a little bit of the distraction, and now I don't mind it as much. Got it? Because on camera, as you look, that's pretty much all I would see, and everybody agrees. You just look. Let me see if I can move this over here a little bit so you guys have a little closer view of everybody. There you go. Obviously, it's not necessarily your size, but I got to tell you, I'm liking the black and how that plays together for you. But I would still go for this color plain. Because what you don't realize, especially when you zoom in, there's a lot going on between the quality of the necklace, the way it's attracting the light, the black here and the white of her earrings, there's just too much. I want as little as possible, as coordinated as possible. All right, I like that. Let me see how you look at that. Seriously, take your shirt off for a second. If you can, is there something you can show us?
Yeah, it's okay. I would have been like, no, not today. Maybe
so much for the conservative stuff that's happening.
Maybe tomorrow.
Usually I can wear this with just a black tank top.
I just want to see how you. Okay, so interesting evening look for her too. I would actually. You look very nice. You're beautiful, and that against your skin looks really good. And I would play. What are the colors? Now it's interesting because purple's a specific hair color. So there's colors you can't wear. But I would keep in mind that, and it's another thing too. When you here's an interesting question. Why purple?
Because I have been a hairstylist all my life, and it's my favorite color. It's my birthstone, and I've been purple since I was 15.
Well, now it's interesting because what are you going to be when you're going to be selling coaching and talking about hairstyling?
Hairstyling and business, yeah.
Okay, you're only going to get taken so seriously for business, but it's okay if you're a hairstylist, not okay if you're a banker. That makes sense? Even if you're a banker, but I want my hair purple, it sends an. You better be the really out of the box banker. Okay. So this works for me because of what you do. Okay, good. And I know most people don't look at themselves. By the way, one of my first jobs, it's so weird, when I got to California, I actually worked at the Barbizon School of Modeling. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Which was a little frustrating. So when I first started working for them, I was very obscene children. I said, I don't want to call you cats. I said, this is really not fair because I've got 5'2" women here who just pay money to go to the Barbizon School of Modeling. They're never going to be models. And then I quickly realized that we were not there to teach them to be professional models, but to be professional. Here's what I learned and here's what I taught. I mean, this is crazy. What fork you use, how to get in and out of a car wearing a skirt, how to walk up the stairs, every single thing. So I know all of this. It's really odd. And I love the fact that I can now kind of put this skill together. All right, so you look beautiful. I love it. Now, I was talking to Chuck about the quality of yoga teachers. You're pretty extraordinary.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, see, I didn't really realize that, and I don't think that you let us realize that. And so my question is, why are you not writing the little yoga book? I'm doing an entire funnel about this. Really, and there's a thing that you can be doing that I didn't get. So you didn't tell me. And I think that we need to blow that up a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. On television, though, I would want to see it, even I'm looking at you here, if there's so much going on, because you don't normally look in the mirror and go, wow, how do all I ever want to do when I'm on television is focus on this. So everything I wear drives my attention here. Usually I don't wear any necklaces at all because a little necklace on TV bothers people. A bolder necklace makes a statement, but a little tiny necklace is confusing because it catches the light sometimes. You don't really know what's going on there. So your earrings make a statement. On television, I would wear you could wear this, but I wouldn't wear this. Just now, again, not Facebook, but more professional television, and that's how detailed I get. So I love the style of this. I love the free flowingness, but I would want to find colors that work on you. Mm-hmm. Here's another crazy thing that you need to think about: what color skin are you? Are you pink or are you yellow? Your undertone helps inform what colors look best on you. I am not a color expert. I had to go to a color expert when an image consultant decided that I didn't know anything about color. For example, black doesn't look good on me, and this is not my favorite. It's funny. I don't like scoop necklines. I really like a V because I just think it's more attractive for this. Like, I love how Tyrone looks. I love that. For me, want this almost always on television. Except the Kira Newton by the dress. So this is very open and wonderful, but I wonder on you, your undertones are yellow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So a couple of things I know, and I don't know a lot about this. If you're yellow, you really can't wear that crisp white shirt. That's what I like, a crisp white, that's the kind of a thing, it looks terrible on our skin. A cream, come here for a second. A cream looks really good on us. So this is kind of a cream. So I'm going to hold up a white. Anything that's absolutely completely white. I think it's just a piece of paper. I'll show you the difference. It's interesting. So if you look at a white on her skin versus a cream, it looks nicer. And she looks more approachable. That's one of the things they do when it comes to colors. Knowing what color season you are is really important. And I would recommend going to a professional to have this done. So for example, I am what's known as an autumn. Okay? That actually means that when I wear certain kind of greens, like an olive green or an orange or a brown, I get compliments all over the place. The problem is, intellectually, I hate orange, green, and brown on me. I just do. I just hate it. It's frustrating. But if I want to really do something and have people fall in love with me, and I put on a brown something, oh my God, I just get compliments all day long. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll put the brown on. In a world where we love black. So black, white, and red is winter. And that's the people who have very dark hair and very light skin. And you look like a Demi Moore. You said, and that's why when you change your hair color, you have to be really careful that it's in the right family with you. And it's odd. You don't think about you this way. You are your product. And if you dress your product right, people will love you or they will get confused by you. Interesting. So this is a little plane for you. It doesn't necessarily show your body. And again, I'm just talking about television. I'm just talking right here. I don't know that I actually, it's funny. I don't mind it right here because it's kind of cute. It's a good color on you. But what colors are great on you?
The oranges and reds.
Yep. Other thing too, red is not red. There's a tomato red, there's a bright red, there's a fire. It's all kind of reds. When you find a red that works, try and use that. Try and build your wardrobe for your communication skills. We're not even talking about on stage. That's a whole nother animal. I'm just talking about on camera. Find the color that works and do it all the time. I want you to look up Andrew Lessman on HSN. Andrew, who owns almost $1 billion vitamin company, only wears blue shirts. Here. And it's not that blue. That's a little brighter blue. It's a little bit of a subtle blue. 20 years, you'll watch, it's the exact same shirt. You know why? It's a way it just works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So kind of finding that style. Nice, give them a little round of applause. So I only thought about this blue. So look at the screen for a second. I don't really see your face. I see the blue's a little vibrant, isn't it? Yeah. And because it's an Under Armour, it's a little bit of a fitnessy thing. I would, if I could in a perfect world, tone it down like a little bit so you shine out more. And if you had bright blue eyes, it would be different. but I lose your face a little bit, even though I like it. Yes? Any thoughts? But I think
he also needs his logo right there where Under Armour is.
maybe not. Yeah. No, you see, your logo makes you look like you work for somebody. I don't mind. No, I don't think it's unless you're the salesman, unless it says King.
That's what I'm basically.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel about that. But I like this. I would just try to find a blue that was not quite as bright. So you guys give me a big round of applause. You guys might want to bring in some of the clothes that you brought with you so we can just do this little taste test. Okay, something that's not wrinkled on you. So here's my question to you. When you speak on a camera situation, what are you trying to portray? We're still working on what you do for it, but what are you trying to portray?
I've never spoke on a camera situation. So.
Yes, you do. You're on Zoom all the time.
All right.
You're on Zoom all the time with us.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay. Trying to portray, not trying, I am portraying confidence and a specific style, I guess, that would relate around.
You are a men's clothing designer. Does he look like a men's clothing designer?
No.
No. You know what you look like? You look like an internet guy. You look like a digital marketer. And it doesn't mean that you're not really rich and successful, so don't get me wrong. But you look in this outfit like a digital marketer. And that's when you say clothing designer, I'm like, I don't get it. There's a weird disconnect. The glasses are cool, but your personal sense of style, what is the things that you design clothing-wise?
Men's, I didn't actually bring too many of them, but I design men's, I guess you'd call it streetwear, sleeker than without obnoxious logos all over it, so very sleek stuff.
Can you, when we get a chance, can you show me a couple things that you've designed? Because we're going to tweak your look a little bit. I like this, like again, wealthy digital marketer, but not clothing design, which is interesting because you would think that would creep in there. Come here. Obviously a lawyer. Your style is your style, right?
It is.
All right.
It
So,
is. And I don't know. I'm maybe masquerading as a lawyer.
so what? And I love the Spot University. I totally love the suck up. He gets another gold star. But what is this style? What's going on here?
It's somewhere in between beach and it's a sport jacket.
Why are you wearing it? It's an interesting look, and I'm confused. And I'm confused just because it's confusing.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want us to know?
I like Florida and I like the heat, so I dress the way I feel if I lived here. This is what I would wear.
Okay, but it's a business class.
It is a business class, and from my experience at Forbes Factor, I know it gets incredibly cold in here, so I knew I needed something with longer sleeves, so I wore that.
Okay.
And I don't know, I like to wear shorts, so I wear shorts.
Okay, but I'm still okay, and I'm not a
But when I'm at work,
yeah, what do you wear?
I wear a full-on suit
I'm so sad. Okay.
and tie.
Well, no, because honestly, here's the feeling I get. I get from you that I am rebelling against everything
Yes,
I've ever done.
you got it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's exactly.
You're
I feel like
absolutely
I'm
right.
put a baseball hat.
You're absolutely right.
That's exactly That's
Yes.
exactly what I'm feeling.
Yes.
Okay. So that's interesting choice.
Because I feel like it's confining me, right? When I put those clothes on and at work, I feel comfortable, but I feel like a liar.
Okay, but is there a tag under here?
Yeah.
So, do you like me well? Yes or no?
Nah, I don't mind.
I don't mind it either. I kind of like it, and I like the hat too. I think that works for you. I like the hat and glasses. Here's what I want from you. I think you need to be hipper.
Okay.
Something about this, and I'm going to get really technical, is I don't like the jacket. The jacket looks more bathrobe-y than jackety.
Okay.
And no, seriously, because you could have put on a cool jacket. I would like you to be hipper. Does that make sense? Because you're hipper. So this is okay. This is good for a Sunday afternoon. This was kind of a fun, hip jacket. Look at the ladies kind of going, yeah. So, yeah, because now you look coordinated. Not like you're covering, but I do like the idea of something jacket-wise that's in black, if you're wearing black shorts, or that's in more of a jean something, I don't know.
Right.
Style-wise, but now I like you.
Like a black and white t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm cool with all of that. So again, if you don't shop professionally, if you're not a shopper, find somebody who is. I had to go to an image consultant. I actually went to a person who pulled me apart. Who said, "Is that Larry by there?" Hello, Mr. Larry Richardson. This man who I didn't actually like told me that he hated my hair needed to be cut and colored. My clothing I didn't understand. My makeup I didn't understand. My jewelry, I mean, he ripped me apart. Okay. So that is how I've created a sense of style and awareness, is that I went through that because it was really important to me to be successful in this medium. Got it? Give me a round of applause. Stacey, give me a second. My last. Hi, Miss Stacey. Stacey. All right, so talk to me. First of all, Stacey, give it up. He's lost 70 pounds since. I'm surprised anything. You have a whole new wardrobe.
I do.
Yeah.
I have to get new stuff every time I come here.
Good. I love that. And then you can start borrowing mine, so we're good.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel? I
Sure.
feel
I'll work on
nice.
And I've always worn prints because I felt like they hid all my flaws.
Got it.
Better. So
That interesting statement. I wore prints because they hid my flaws. And now if you don't have any flaws, what are you going to wear?
I do have one solid color shirt.
Yeah.
One here.
No, that's okay. And again, I want you guys to be aware. It's not something I'm sure you woke up this morning thinking I need to be great on camera. This is all I think about. You know, I walk on whenever I'm doing interviews or shows or yes. So I actually look absolutely adorable. My only thought on camera is I wear all kind of cutout things. I don't love the cutout shoulders on you. I think because, again, TV is about contrast. I would rather just see this so I hear it. Watch this. Look at that. So if you don't, I could just cover that. Now, what do you see? More of her face? You focus on her face, don't you? With this, you kind of focus on the whole style. I don't want to focus on the style. I want to hear what she's saying. It sounds silly, but again, it's just changing your thinking. Little tiny earrings are great. Too much is never good. But I think you look awesome. I'm so proud of you. All right, so Teresa wants to say something. Miss Teresa, chime in. You want to say something, my love?
No, darling. I'm listening and learning.
Good.
I'm just gonna tell Doris and John I can hear them pick up in the newsfeed some, and then Nicole.
Oh, hearing the background noise?
Yes. And
okay,
Nicole changing clothes. I just wanted Nicole to know we can see her changing clothes.
Nicole, we do see you changing clothes. Are you putting on a bra? What are you doing? You guys might. Nicole,
I'm just letting you know.
The other day.
I just like, okay, so Teresa, welcome to the family. This is kind of like the norm. Hi.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
that's
problem.
just Nicole's thing.
Okay, great.
All right, everybody say hi,
No
Larry.
problem.
Hello, Larry. Okay, so that is your brief lesson in wardrobe. And again, on camera, generally, I don't really care what you wear at the bottom. It's supposed to be some top. The next thing, though, is everyone have a seat, is your makeup. This is another thing. If you've not had your makeup done professionally, go have it done. Go to Sephora, go to MAC, and have them do your makeup. Okay? Whether you like it or not is a different story. But find out what kind of base looks great on you. This is for guys, too. You on camera want to look flawless. They actually don't know if you're wearing a little base to cover up a couple of skin imperfections, or if your skin is too red. Go to a makeup place and find out what corrects your skin tone so we don't focus on it. You got some capillaries that are broken. Fix that. For men on camera, you want to get a little powder. You want to get a little brush of powder and just kind of blot yourself bottom because I'm looking at a little shine on your head. You guys ever turn around and take a look at Bob? A little shine on his head. You just need to know that because this medium is amazing when you master it. Got it? Okay. A couple of ways to make money in this medium. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's another way to make money in this medium. And I'm going to bring in tomorrow one of the very best to teach you how to make money on video. She's made lots of it, helping to design me and a lot of other people video sales letters. How to create a video that converts to sales, how to do a thank you page as a video. And I'll show you, well, she'll show you. There's a couple of people out there who have mastered this, and I'm blown away. One is a woman named Dee Varangian, who does the best sales letters ever, and has made a multi-million-dollar business out of this. Because she understands how to talk to the camera. And by the way, she became one of my students, but she wasn't initially. And I've never seen somebody do what I talk about better than me. And she was just instinctually better than you. Unbelievable. The way she told her story, the way you liked her, the way she invited people to follow her, absolutely spectacular. I will introduce that video to you tomorrow. But it's my daughter who's going to come in and teach it. She's 15. She makes more than her teachers make in a month. Yes. So she's going to put you through your paces, and she's going to show you how to do a video sales letter. I will not be here for the afternoon. I'm going to let her do her thing. She's going to record this all. And I'm very excited because she's tough on me, but we make a lot of money together because of that. And now you're like, really? I'm like, can I bring my daughter? You can absolutely bring your daughter. Let me tell you something. My daughter wrote a book called Every Company Needs a Kid. She saved my company when she was 8 years old, $48,000. You want to know how to do that. And she did it because, one, she's been sitting backstage at HSN in infomercials since she was a baby. And she's been, and it's funny because I got mad at her initially, mad in general, because she wasn't the dancer actress that I was. She was like this cute little, she was terrible in class. Just like embarrassing. And I'm like, well, but that's what I wanted to have a little girl for, so she could do, you know, like pageants and things. No, it turns out she's a brilliant marketer, and I got way more than I bargained for. And she's been in business with me since I was forever. Literally, when we did our Spinjamin commercial, she came over to England with me. She used to sit, and I thought this was a joke. She used to sit in the backstage of HSN all the time and hand me notes with Mom, like a 6-year-old. Your models are not, you know, they're not smiling. Your host didn't do this. You talked to, I'm like, you're right, and no one else is telling me this. Yeah, I went on stage in front of 9,000 people, and you can see my daughter in almost all my videos. She's actually been on stages. She's the one. In fact, I just found the video that she did in the bathroom right before I went on. She did a little private video with the videographer. It's like, she's so supportive and so sweet and amazing and hard on me, really hard on me, because sometimes I don't live up to her expectations. How's that feel? Challenging. So listen to her and take everything she says very seriously. Do what she says. She's very little patience with you. Now, I'm not kidding. Here's the thing about kids. This is why I love this one. I'm serious about Every Company Needs a Kid, is that kids have to go to school. When's the last time you were in school 8 hours a day? I'm sorry, it's law school sucks, but I left at 6 at college. I'm not going back. Think about this. She gets up. They all do. Everyone's got kids, and they're in school by like 7 o'clock in the morning. They have tons of homework. They have 8 different. Every 45 minutes, they have a class, a teacher, and tests. I'm like, I don't do that. That's horrible. Then I got to go do a sport that my mom makes me do. Then I got to do homework. This is challenging. Then I got to deal with my own hormones. So it's tough being a kid. And she'll constantly tell me I'm not working hard enough, and I'm not. Because as an adult, I have a whole lot more free time than she does. So, but I would like you guys to leave tomorrow night with a good comprehension of how to do a sales letter. It will change your life. Because here's the problem. Most of you can't put your own sales letter on your own videos and make money. If you could 10x your business. Now, there's 2 ways to do that. One, you can just use your voice and do webinars. You don't have to actually be on camera. But what could it be on camera? Because if I can help you be your best brand, that's your best asset. You're the one who sells and enrolls. There's no one here who isn't really their own company. Okay, so to that end, that will be McKenna tomorrow. Also, Daphne's going to talk to you. She's an opera singer, about voice and projection. And these are things that I trained in my whole life and kind of forgot. You know, you have a diaphragm here. You need to breathe a certain way. So, for example, if you stand up real quick. How do you breathe? Put your hands on your belly. Breathe for a second. Okay, so Brett, come up here for a second. I'm going to show you something. But I had to come down because I could see you breathing across the room. Watch this. This is my drama teacher was so proud of me. Brett, stand right here. Put your hand on your belly and breathe for me. Okay, so is it, breathe in, big breath in, like we're doing a doctor. So apparently, he's breathing up here. You see his chest fly up and down? Okay. That is typical of short breath. That means you're filling the first top of your lungs. You have like 3 quadrants. They go all the way down to there. Conservative man, all the way down to there. Okay? If you breathe like this, it's a very shallow breath, which means you run out of breath a lot. Your organs are not being nourished. You get tired more easily.
And my watch phone, smartphone tells me to breathe all the time.
It tells me to breathe.
Well, it tells you how to breathe, but it doesn't tell you how to breathe correctly.
It tells me to breathe.
So.
I can teach you that.
Oh, yes, it's a good breath. Now, to be fair, push my back hand out when you breathe. Okay, now watch this. Watch this. Push my back hand out when you breathe. Yeah, my back hand. Well, I don't know if I can. That's part of the problem. You're breathing up here, okay? So do me a favor. You get to touch me. Here. Put your hand on the front and back of my body, right? One back here and one here. Okay, so here's how you're breathing. See that?
Mhm.
This is how I'm breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Now put your hands on my sides.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Trust me, it works. Now watch. Feel that?
Yeah.
All that's out here.
That's
Everybody
in
touch a
the
partner. Everybody find a partner. You can go touch Justin. So put your hands, Doris and John, you can touch each other. You guys at home can touch yourselves. It's not right, but it's well, because here's what I want you to do. Put your hand front and back on your one. Yeah, so do one part at a time. Hand on your front. If you're alone, a hand in front and back. So Teresa, put your hand, stand up if you don't mind. Tyrone, to stand up. I want you to breathe how you normally breathe. So, okay, breathe. Nice. Okay, so everybody watch. Tell me your name again for a minute. Keandra. Went out of my head. Everybody watch Keandra for a second. Can you turn that camera to Keandra for a second? Guys, I want you, Chuck, can you help me with that camera? Maybe, I'm sorry, come up here. I don't have to keep doing this. It's a small enough class. So this will be the exercise for you guys. Come down and bring your partner with you. So, face your partner. And I want you to take one step this way. You step here. Yeah, put your hand on the front and back. Now, the exercise is simply breathe. Watch her breathe. Breathe. Okay. What are we noticing? Yeah. So she's breathing all up here. Okay? What we want to do is we want to push his hand out. Yeah. So breathe and push it out. Nice. And don't move that at all. Now, breathe his hand out. Take a big breath in. Now, feel me so you can get a sense of what's going on. So this is what you're doing. What I want you to do is this. Didn't realize you could even find that, right? I know, because if you haven't taken drama class or yoga class, you just don't realize what's available to you. Yes, okay, that's better. Now the crazy one is try to move his hand in the back. Okay, good. Then put your hands on your sides and try to move your sides out. Here, watch. You go, hello. It's interesting, I've changed places. So play with each other and just see where the person breathes first without being judgmental. Just breathe, take a big breath in. You guys can work with each other for a second. And what you want to be doing is pushing your hands out. So Teresa, you're going to want to push your own hands out without moving your chest.
Oh, but my stomach is there. Oh, yeah.
And try and actually activate the diaphragm, parts of the muscles that you're not even using. Whew, that's interesting. Because now when you speak, you'll have this bottom that you didn't have before. So you guys keep playing, just keep breathing and just seeing what you're feeling. One of my students comes in, Lisa. Oh, Malcolm! Give a round of applause for Malcolm! He came all the way, he got diverted because of the storm. We're breathing and touching each other. You're just in time. Malcolm's a long-time student, and by the way, Malcolm was here for the last hurricane. Yay! You play with Malcolm for a second and kind of talk about breathing. So the story goes that Lisa came to class. Lisa is a fashion designer, and Lisa talks like this, and she's really cute. And so we got to class, and I said, Lisa, you got to stop talking like that. She said, wow, I sound fine. My husband does, but I should talk different. And let's see if we can lower the voice. Like, what do you mean? I don't know, just try lowering your voice. Well, am I supposed to talk like this? Well, it's a good start. So Lisa had never really heard herself at all or realized there were options. So I started life talking like this. I come from New York. And apparently when you're from New York, you got to use your hands. And you talk, I don't know why you talk like this, but you do, right? And you can't, I very quickly realized that you can't talk on TV like this. I was in the Miss Teenage America pageant in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And all these very cute girls who've been through charm school, now I have the funniest accent I ever heard. I'm like, she's talking about, I don't have an accent. The head wobbling. And so I had to learn how to find a voice that worked for this because I needed to change it. So we're all okay that something needs to change to get you to where you want to go. And that's cool. So my name changed, my voice changed, my hair changed, my makeup changed, my clothes. Really, you might have changed everything. Would that be okay? Yes, we want to just make money being what we want to be. So if I said to you that this look might not work being professional, okay, I'll use it on the weekends. If you even said purple hair might not work, you'd say yes. If you were a lawyer, again, if you're going to keep that, we're going to tweak the persona. You can't be confusing. That's all I want. is you to be congruent with you. And the funny thing about this class is nobody outside of this class will ever tell you any of these things, will they? No. They just don't. There's no awareness about what it takes to do this kind of communication. So that is why we're focused on all this. So you guys breathe a little bit. Let me look at Tyron and everybody on camera right here. So I'm going to go over here real quick. So guys, take a couple of steps over here. Let's see if we can get, you guys move over there, but let's see if we can get Joshua to just look at the TV for a second. And I'm going to do this. And so just real quick, so Miss Tyronda, let's start, guys, everybody be very quiet. Shh. And Tim and Keandra, take a few steps to your left. All right, I need a better light here. But for argument's sake, Tyronda, how's your breathing going?
Good.
I stand up for me for a second because I can just see your middle section. I want to see you breathe. So move your chair a little bit. And turn sideways for me. Turn sideways to the camera. Yeah, okay. Now put your hand on your blouse because it's a very puffy blouse. And hold me, see your stomach. Put your hand on your stomach. Put your right hand on your stomach and your left hand on your back. And I want to see you breathe. Go. In and out, real big breath. Bigger breath. That's interesting. I don't see any movement. Okay, good. Don't try to push your stomach out. Just kind of fill it with air. Now have a seat for a second. And we don't have the best connection. Have a seat. I'm thinking that Larry may want to look at the connection on your internet. Tyronda, have a seat. I want you to say something for me. Tell me a story, about a 3-sentence story. Ready, go. Tell me about what you did over the weekend.
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I did nothing. I resting. I was home all the time for like days. I didn't go anywhere. I went.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Where are you speaking from? If you had a point on your chest, where your voice is coming from, where would it be?
My chest.
Yeah, I'm going to say it comes from your chest. Same thing with Leah. Anybody who's got a smaller voice going on at the moment, your voice is emanating from your breastbone. And I'd like to move it down to your belly button. I'd like you to find out how to lower the whole register of your voice. Now, Daphne will focus on this tomorrow because singing is her thing. And she technically understands how to do it better than I do. All I know is I want it to be there. Because Tyronda, you're a little in your chest and in the back of your head, if that makes sense. And so sometimes when you talk, what I get is a little girl kind of lost thing. You're a very smart, amazing woman. No, but I've been watching your Facebook Lives, and it's still this kind of, see how I can move my voice around my body? If I want to get really very forceful, I am forcing that voice into the bottom of my abdomen. And I'm going to mess with you because I'm not playing like a girl. Got it? But I can also, I can just be so, I really want to be a little lighter. I can totally do that. And I get smaller and shrink it, and that's okay sometimes. It's not very powerful for stage. But you have the ability to move it if you understand that. Because I can also do I could do like Lisa. I just be like, whatever, I do clothing and forms. What do you want me to do? I always pick on it. So if I can do her, she can do me. Got it?
Yeah.
In fact, when I first started, I listened to people like Demi Moore and Kathleen Turner, and who had these raspy voices. I don't have a raspy, but I wanted it to be authoritative. That's a decision. Miss Teresa, how do you want to come across? Say a couple things to us.
I want to come across strong and confident and not like a Southern nicety.
All right. So tell me the story of what you did, what you had for dinner last night.
What I had for dinner is after the gym, I had a Shakeology shake and a little bit of lasagna with vegetables.
Okay. You don't sound Southern, which is good. If that's
Okay.
not what you don't want to. You are blonde, so there's something, you want to be able to play, and pretty. So to be taken seriously. I like your voice so far. Is there anything you want to change?
Not necessarily. And I think it's partly from being a body combat instructor that I've learned to be a little bit more assertive.
Good, because I listened to you on Facebook Live the other day, and I liked it a lot.
Okay, great.
The only
Thank
thing
you for that.
well, the next thing I want from you is a level of engagement. That's the only thing I'm going to shift on you.
Okay.
Miss Doris and John, you both need to stop being in your heads so much. Something tells me when you communicate at the dinner table, neither one of you take a pause or are ever nervous about anything. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Somehow when and I know I'm intimidating, that's what I'm told. Whatever. Think about me as a 4-year-old. I'm not that intimidating. I've just been further down a road than you. And we like you better when you're not self-conscious. Doris, when we talked about your sexiness, you shine so brightly in our room. It was beautiful to see. Stop playing small, the both of you, okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing that you're missing to be extraordinary at all, except your belief sometimes. Even playing the game, John, it was so funny. And I know you want to cry all the time when I talk to you. He's just like my emotional brother from another mother. I just touched this man's heart. But be the backbone, be the guy, be the freedom guy that we know you are. And stand up more.
Okay.
And stop letting anybody, including myself, push you around. Got it? Because we like you more when you're that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And Nicole, my only thing to you is you know what? You have a range. You go from little girl to really strong, amazing. Which one do you like better?
I want the range of really strong and amazing to be the leader.
Yeah, and you are, and you're adorable when you giggle and you play. Just also remind yourself, and here's what's important to remember: your circumstances don't define you, ever, unless you let them. Okay? So that means if it's a tough week or a tough month, it's irrelevant. That is not universally how you're ever judged unless you choose to judge yourself that way. And so when you come across with a broke mentality, whether it's broken spirit or broken bank account, it doesn't help you. Nobody wants to be around that. Nobody. Mother Teresa had no money, apparently. Gandhi had no money, and they did just fine, didn't they? Because their spirit was beyond what that meant. Now, those are little extreme examples, but stop walking around as though what you're getting, who you are, it defines you. It will ruin your life, okay? And you're letting it. Even the way you guys introduced yourselves was kind of quasi-pathetic. Why do I want to be in a room with people? I just want to get out of the box. Why would you ever admit that to yourself or anyone else? Hey, I'm here to get skills from the best. You could have taken that question that I said and turned it around for your benefit. And you need to do that at all times. And that's partly what you're going to get from NLP, how your brain talks to your mouth and how you communicate. If at all times you're trying to enroll other people, but you walk into the situation going, and bear with me here, because it doesn't mean that you're not asking for help or guidance or mentorship. But when you come to the party, bring you to the party. That makes sense? You keep coming to the party. Can I get my coat back? It's kind of cool. And we'll turn the heat up just a little bit. You cannot come on a stage or in front of a camera from a sense of anything less than your own personal expertise. Okay? Let me say that again. You can't get on camera or on stage with anything less than your own expertise. And everybody can sit down. You can't afford to play small in those environments because then you don't deserve to be there. I watched Robin Williams the other night on Johnny Carson, an old thing. And Robin walked out, and I thought this was fascinating to me, in this crazy yellow jacket. And he was on fire. He was nuts. He was up and down and going to the camera and doing all these, and playing characters. And I was loving it. But as I'm watching it, I'm realizing no one gave him permission to do that. It was weird. It was off the wall. It was hysterical. That's my daughter. Hello, McKenna. I'm in front of 30 people teaching class. Where are you? Yes, you'd be the only one there. I love that you asked. Yes, you can. Right. My only rule is that they have to come first. Makes them feel special. My mom and dad made me feel very special. So the one thing I like to make my kids feel special is because so many times I've not. All right, so let me just finish this thought. We're getting ready to work on our lunch. And everybody notice that Nicole is about to get naked. It is a picture of a shower, Teresa. We will watch her take a shower. That towel covers most of the things we're not supposed to see, but we provide entertainment. Yeah, what can I tell you? I love my students. John, don't look. Okay. So I was going down a road of permission and entitlement, but not entitlement like you're a teenager of the next Z generation. This is a weird line to cross, and when you do and when you own it, everything is different. You don't need anyone's permission to be excellent at what you do and who you are. Can you write that down, Chuck? I like that. You don't need anyone's permission to be excellent at what you do and who you are. And watching Robin Williams reminded me how important it is to give yourself permission to be amazing. If he had come out, and we now have come to learn that this man is rather shy, and he's a wonderful actor, if he'd come out and just sat there and did an interview like most people, it probably would have been just fine. Robert De Niro goes on these shows and he's boring as all get out. But somehow in Robin's head something clicked, and he decided that this is what he was going to do. And if you watch it from a perspective of, God, how did he get away with that? You have to be really ballsy to do that stuff. But he did. The outfit was amazingly weird. He joked about it on camera, and he created, obviously he wrote some of these things out because I actually met him several times, and he would do the same jokes over and over again. Turns out they were not all originally, but they always sounded like it was coming off the top of his head. And he was fast, but I loved it. No one's giving me permission to stand here. Nobody. I do whatever I want, which is kind of funny. So therefore, I must decide what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. This is and I love it. It's evolved over the years. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't seem to have any notes at all, do I? That's kind of interesting, huh? Surprises even me. I'm not even using a PowerPoint now. I'm just talking. I have a structure in my head. I know exactly what I want to communicate to you guys. But it's not a speech. What I've come to conclude for me personally is I absolutely refuse to do the same thing twice. I'm just not doing it. I'm bored out of my mind listening to speeches. Somebody who gives a speech. I've memorized plays. I've done an entire play at the same time over and over and over and over and over again. I know how to do that. I don't want to. I don't think that's my genius. My genius is reading off of you guys and seeing what you really need right then and there and shifting like in a way that you've never seen before. Nobody does this. Nobody would be stupid enough to do this because it's really risky. For me, it always works, and I trust that it works. And I trust that you're going to come back over and over again because it's not the same thing. You're always going to get something different. And it's always going to be real, and it's going to be about you in the room with me. One of my mentors does the exact same presentation. I've kind of studied or trained or worked with him for the last 8 years. Doesn't matter, exactly the same. Now, what you get out of that is, even though it's exactly the same, I was never the same watching. I thought that was kind of genius for him. He has written it down. His mind likes exactness. He says you're leaving at 5 o'clock, at 4:59, you're out that door. That's his genius. It's kind of cool. I learned a lot. Tony Robbins, completely the other way. You're there till midnight. And I'm this kind of where I am. It took a long time to give myself permission. Says, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is how I want to interact. You're going to leave here knowing that your heart and soul is touched, moved, motivated, that you got everything and way more than you paid for. Because I think you over-deliver all the time. That's what I do. but that it was about you. Thank you. Every angel gets a wing. All right, so there's a level of actual communication that I think if I can give to you, you will be better and different from anybody else in your world. I was going to say competition, but you have no competition. This is the other thing that's great, and I'm going to leave on this note. We're going to figure out lunch, yes?
I had sandwich menus.
Perfect. You have something that no one else has. That's really exciting. And no one can take it away from you, and nobody's your competition because of that. One, you have your story. You have your why, and you have your intention. You have no competition. That's powerful. Your story, your why, and your intention. If you do this right, you will dress it right, you will package it right, you will market it right, and you will own your space. And you will never think about, wow, there's somebody else doing, there's nobody doing what I'm doing. I have role models, I have influencers. I take from Gary Vaynerchuk, I take from Tony Robbins, I take from, it doesn't matter, like, and by the way, take is an interesting word. You can actually take somebody's speech word for word, and it still wouldn't matter, because it's different. What do you think?
I'm successful. I really am. I'm confident.
Right.
But I also.
Hey, one second. They cannot hear you at home. I don't need to record this. They just need to be able to hear you.
Yeah.
This is me being real to you because you're at. I'm confident. I'm successful.
He's also not been through Forbes Factor. No, it is interesting. Can you guys understand now why it's hard for me to train anyone who's not been through Forbes Factor? Because those are some things you should go through. Go for it. Talk to me.
Okay. And we haven't had this time, so this is why it's important to me. I'm confident. I'm successful. But the challenges that I have been facing in stepping into this space is, as an authentic leader, my faith tells me to be humble. It tells me to be, of course, sincere and honest at all times, what you're doing. But to get to this personality that has to be displayed to show confidence, it gets closer to the level of self-pride and.
What faith are you?
Just a Christian.
Okay.
Born again Christian.
So let me have a little conversation with you.
This is my biggest struggle, just to let you know.
Well, I'm going to solve it. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
This one's easy. Because your faith does not tell you to be humble. No, it doesn't. That's what this is an interpret. This is what's interesting. What you're dealing with right now is an interpretation. I'm going to say from somebody, because is there a line in the book that you follow that says be humble?
No, there's not a line.
Where did you come
I
with?
think there's a combination of stories and parables that tell us to really think more of you than of me. I don't want to boast. Like if you were to ask me what I do, and I'm going to be the practical
No,
self.
stop for a second.
Okay.
So having not gone through Forbes Factor, there's an interesting word that you may or may not understand. The word is belief.
Okay.
You know what a belief is?
I do.
What is it?
Something I believe in. It's not.
Okay, it's a lie. I know that because it's actually in the middle of the word. B-E-L-I-E-F. It is a lie. Now, it is a lie that you have and I have. We all have beliefs, and they're all lies. No, I know that because I don't have your belief, and you don't have mine. Is one of us wrong? No, it's just your belief. It's not right for everyone because it's not my belief or his belief. That's what you believe. Now, here's a funny thing. Where do beliefs come from? Often from people who have their own beliefs. And so you've created an interpretation about a lie, and it becomes your belief. This is the Forbes Factor stuff. Not saying you're right or wrong. It's not about right or wrong. But with everything that you believe, it can shift because it's never true. If you tell me your first memory in life, what was your first memory?
That I told you.
Yeah.
It was about the story of forgiveness and how important it was for me.
No, what actually happened? What was the story?
Oh, I was in a line coming out of the playground, and a lady girl cut in front of me.
Right.
And I called her retarded.
Okay, so here's what's interesting. Do you have kids?
I do.
Do you ever listen to kids talk?
Yes.
They're nuts, especially at 3 and 4 years old. Hey, the moon is green and there's Santa Claus. They have no idea. We should call them drunken midgets. Love to listen to kids talk because they have no idea what they're talking about. They just, oh, yeah, I can walk to the moon. That's what a kid is. So you just told me a story. You know that yours, mine, and the truth thing? That happened how many years ago?
I had to do the math, but in first grade, I'm
Okay.
42 now.
Okay, so now a good 3 decades ago. What did you have for dinner 3 Thursdays ago?
I don't know.
Really? But you can remember that exactly.
Right.
It's a lie. That's not what happened. It's what you think you remember what happened. It's your belief of what happened. It's not real. Because it's not what you remember. It's not what the teacher. If I ask the 3 of them, that's a completely different story. And the son's like, oh, that's interesting. And you can't remember what you had 3 weeks ago, but you can remember 30 years. No, you remember what you think you remember. Something happened, you made an interpretation of it, and now it becomes, that's what happened. Well, no, it's never what happened. Because you're seeing that through the eyes of a little boy. As a grown man, you're to know that's what happened. My dad said I was fat. Well, no, actually, he didn't say that. It's what you think he said, or it's how it happened, and it's what ingrained in your soul. So whatever happens, you have to go, wait a second, let me look at this from all different sides. That's all I'm asking you to do. So you're saying that your belief is that you need to be humble. Because what happens if you're not humble?
Then I am out of God's will.
Okay, so
Not
stop.
accordingly.
Anybody else here Christian? Or in close to that? So go ahead.
I'm a minister and prophet.
Come here for a second. And this is just a good exercise. By the way, we're not trying to be right or wrong. This is just fascinating to me. Come here. Hurry, hurry. So you are so here, take that. And sit right here. Yeah, so stand right here and just kind of explain to me what's going on here. Okay, so you're what?
I'm a minister.
So you've studied all of this?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your interpretation of humble?
Humility for me is not how you feel about how you treat someone. It's more of how you feel about the things that you believe. So humility for me is not I have to be quiet or I have to be meek. And a lot of people believe that humility is quiet, meek, and soft-tempered, and I don't believe that.
Right. So now here's what's interesting. She just said the word she doesn't believe it. Is she right or wrong? I don't know. It's her lie. It's kind of funny. That's what she believes. Now I'm going to bring someone else up and they believe something else. Come here. They said, how can they all believe something and all be right? If you're all right, somebody's got to be wrong. Or not.
Well, we have to.
No,
I'm
it's
the one
fine.
that's right. No, sorry.
Wow, Jane's finding her. Okay, so
So to me, humility is living into your greatness. I mean,
oh, stop for a second. No. See that I love that. For her, humility is living into your greatness.
born in the likeness and image. It's like I am created to shine.
Oh, wait, well, I love that. Can you, I literally write that down because but that is such a beautiful interpretation.
And playing small, as we say, is actually the opposite of humility.
Oh, so stop for a second. So how does that, here for a second. So how does that resonate with you?
What she's saying, spiritually from God's word is that we were created in His
Wait,
image.
hang on a second.
So I'm
What? No, stop.
building
Stop
foundation.
for a second. Oh, this is going to be so good. When's the last time you talked about it?
Last time we've been last night.
Did he directly call you or was it fax?
No, it was just
Email?
I reached out to him.
Did he actually respond?
No, not
I'm just checking because if you do, I want his number.
Okay.
No, seriously, because I got a couple things I want to have a discussion. Go call Grandma. Yeah. So I haven't seen The Burning Bush. I got a couple of books that say he wrote it. I don't know. Who knows? Here's my interesting thing about an interpretation of anything. If I put all of you in a line and I play telephone, ever play telephone? You know what that is?
Yes.
Telephone's where I say a sentence to you, you whisper it to her. I've done this over and over. Any 12 people in a room, 12 disciples, any 12 people, it is never the exact same sentence from here to there. I have a problem with anything that was written or talked about thousands of years ago being exactly the interpretation of the thing the person said. Because I can prove it doesn't work. Any 12 people, it never is exactly the same.
Yeah.
So for anyone to say that's what that person said, because I heard it from this person, isn't exactly what that person said. It's always your interpretation. Can you agree with that? It's your interpretation. It has to be. You have an interpretation of whatever you heard. And how do I know that? Because she's a good person. She has a different interpretation than you. And she has a different interpretation than both of you. So I'm not here to say right or wrong. Not my place. But I also believe in a higher power. I know it. But I get a little wigged out when anyone tells to me that's what God said. Because it's not true. It's your belief. But unless you actually had that phone call, word for word with the person standing here, it's your, each person, this is really weird. I love to do this game, but every person, no. He said the dog had oysters. She said, well, no, the dog had oysters. Well, this one said the dog had pimples. No, she said the dog had pimples. I heard it. No, but you didn't hear it. You heard it from this person over here who thought the dog had oysters. And over here, it was my dog is cloistered in a room. I have no idea how that changed. But each one believed they heard exactly. So I would just be open to the notion that your interpretation of any word is filtered through a long list of things that have happened and people who have helped you interpret that.
I agree with that.
That's all.
But I also think faith is different than belief. There's an element of faith that I have to trust that, that God's word was divinely inspired. And I believe in absolute truth. So what I'm saying
No, stop. Sorry.
Doesn't make me right or wrong. It's
Right.
just my faith.
No, but I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of faith too. My faith different than your faith?
I don't know your faith.
But is it good? If I say I believe in my faith?
If it's not the faith that I believe, I would question your faith. But it doesn't
Why?
mean I'm right. I just believe in the faith of the Lord. And
But how do you know
Holy
mine's
Spirit
not?
and-
Well, I get that. But I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Conservative, that everybody's faith is exactly right. Even the evil people. I gotta tell you, it's their faith. It's not your job to tell the people that what you think is right. So, but having said that, all this Bible stuff aside, my question to you is, you just had a little moment of going, what does the word humble mean?
Well, again, I struggle. I like the thought of what you said, but I'm going to have to, that's going to have to, let me give you, could I just give you this one
Actually,
example?
do me a favor, before you give me an example, I want you to stand right over here, if you guys can see. And I want you, can you see that far? It's a little test. Can you just read
Yeah.
that for me?
Yes. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Does that resonate with you?
It does.
Yeah.
It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world.
That's interesting. So when the woman who wrote this, who's very spiritual, she heard somewhere in her ear from somewhere, some prayer that says, you're playing small, or you could insert the word humble. Now read it with change the word small to humble and read that.
Okay. Your playing humble does not serve the world.
That's interesting because that's what she heard.
Okay.
That's also her God's word. Okay, keep on.
There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure about you.
So what that is interesting is part of what you were told in certain cultures is that if you play small, I can shine better. When exactly the opposite is true.
That I agree with. And what I wanted to say to you is that if I were to be the confident, less humble individual.
Oh, by the way, don't confuse confidence with humble.
Okay.
They're very, very different.
Well, I would have told you that instead of I'm a builder and developer, I would have told you that in 10 years I've developed $50 million of our own product, housing product. And I'm very successful. And at the age of 30, I had more than a $10 million portfolio. But that's uncomfortable for me to say.
Well, let's stop for a second. Why?
Because for me,
I have a $100 million
I'm shrinking
portfolio.
I'm shrinking all those people who don't have that.
Well, actually, you're not. You're serving as an inspiration because they're looking at you.
That's the barrier I'm working
They're looking at you going, dude, if he can do it, I can do it.
Well, that's true.
No, I'm not kidding. So again, that's your, but listen, this is the lie part. Your interpretation was if I tell them that they'll feel smaller, it's a lie because the truth is
I'm just admitting the barrier in my life.
Right. No, but I'm telling you, it has to do with your belief. And not your,
No, I
not your
agree with
faith.
that.
The belief of, I think, as opposed to the belief might be for some people, he's boastful. She might go, wow, he's inspirational. Your job is not to determine what they're going to believe.
Right.
So your playing small doesn't serve anybody, which is kind of funny. I'm not asking you to go, hey, I'm better than you, assholes. That's not what I'm saying you should say. That's a different. So keep reading, by the way. Go.
Okay. We were all meant to shine. I believe in that. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
So let's give them a round of applause for stepping up. Thank you, and I love what you have to say. So you came up here to initially say something, which was,
Well, what I kind of shared there
yes.
is that the barrier for me is I have this, and my belief may be wrong in my humility, or in the concept. It's a fear. It's a fear.
Actually, you know what's the
It's a
statement?
fear.
Here's a statement you need to incorporate. You need to start saying, my belief is wrong. You know why? Because it lets you challenge, not even to say it out loud, but it's because it's a belief until it shifts and you have a new belief. Ever change your mind about something? You have a new belief? That meant the first belief was actually wrong. That's okay. It's going to keep evolving. Your belief is only what you believe at the moment. And it's not about faith. There's a big difference. Your belief came from a human being, by the way. Somewhere somebody told you to do that.
Yeah, it was a very Armenian church.
Right? Well, you can hold on to that.
Okay.
Right. So they have all kind of reasons for keeping order among humans. I think it's very important to order humans to serve man. I can do magic tricks that will blow your mind. You go, oh my God, she's amazing. And I'm going to stand there and go, wow, you're an idiot because it's a trick. That's sometimes how I feel. When I just tricked you into something and you're sitting there going, this is magic. No, it's not magic. And so part of me as a magician, I question everything because everything's up for grabs. One of my mentors will debunk all the people who can walk now they couldn't see before. And I know because I will do something for you that completely seems amazing. I had to stop doing magic. I was doing a movie over in Italy. And I got off on this kind of thing where I could have you pick a card. And I would take a little, everybody smokes there. I'd take a little smoke and it would appear on my arm, the card that you picked. People walk around and started calling me a witch, which was very uncomfortable for me. Because they believed what I was doing was witchcraft. Well, if I showed you the little super glue that I did and how I made it was a trick. I just stopped doing it because no longer was I amazing in the US. I was a witch and I had to be, don't talk to her. She has powers. But I don't. I can show you how to do it. So this is what I say about beliefs. I question a lot of things because I can show you things that will make you go, that must be a miracle. No, it's a trick. So I question almost everything. So I love the fact that you're getting to go, well, humble is not what you think it is. There's probably a definition about humble. Don't be an idiot. Don't be mean. Don't be those things. That's kind of, I like that. But short of that, maybe I gross $2.5 billion selling other people's products. There's nothing, I don't need to be humble at all about that. That's a fact. Now, why I'm going to tell it to you is part of the faith part. I'm going to tell it to make you feel bad. No, I'm going to tell you to inspire you to come train with me because I'm really good at what I do. So does that kind of mess with some of your vocabulary?
It does. It does. The whole point of this is the light bulb is coming on is that I have more than most when it comes to the abilities, but I have to get beyond my own fear of hurting another because of my success.
Who told you that you're hurting somebody because you're successful?
I live in a very suppressed economy, and my family has done well for themselves, and it's just we were taught not to flaunt it.
Let's see, let me think about that. Move.
That's why I'm looking at some community.
Go to Naples and they'll go, dude, you're 10 million's nothing. Yes, it depends on where you go. So what you're sharing with us is not about God's word. What you're sharing about is humans, but humans who are not nice to each other.
Yes, I agree.
That's exactly what that is. We humans are nuts. We're not nice to each other. If you have things and you're not mean about it and you don't, I mean, we obviously know what flaunting means. Yeah. However, maybe I don't know what flaunting. Can I wear my big diamond ring if I want to? Does that only if somebody else? Don't stop listening to that. Because I don't know. I don't know where the line is, and I really don't know the line. And I'm not. It's EE Entertainment came to my house to do a special about me, and Spencer got very popular. And I drove a Prius. I love my Prius. I'm in a big house on the water, boat in the back. I love my Prius. I like the idea of it, okay? When they came to do a TV special about me, I had to borrow my next door neighbor's Jaguar. Because they didn't want to see me driving a Prius. It's like, well, but kind of like Gandhi, right? It didn't matter. It didn't go with the image. So I'll show you that video, and there I am with my whatever it is that I've got, because that's what they want to have as an aspirational thing. So I don't know what the line is. When you go to my friend's house that we stay at, and he's got to go to his garage. Let's have a garage, yeah? 1 or 2 car garage. We go to his and see there's the Mercedes, the Ferrari, the convertible Rolls, the unconvertible Rolls, and the 2 Bugatti motorcycles. Wow, that's a garage, huh? Is he allowed to do that? Maybe not in your community. Beverly Hills, he's one of the poor kids. So, what are we talking about? How does your wife feel?
She struggles with my own fears.
So what's this community that's depressed? Where do you live?
No, I'm not saying it's overly suppressed, but it is a smaller average household income is $37,000 a year, combined household income. You can't sell a house over $300,000, and the reality is just so when you have a little bit more, it becomes more obvious to others.
Okay, so my question to you is, that is a reality.
Yeah, it's a reality.
So, and you live there, why?
Born and raised there. I have moved around, but we are, honestly, I think for myself to grow, we've had this discussion, is why we're looking at real estate here in Florida. I'm going to be moving. Really, it's a mindset. It's a toxic environment for me.
Absolutely. Can your parents be a toxic environment? Yeah. Can they keep you small? Can they keep you depressed? Mm-hmm. Move. Mm-hmm. Jane is living down here because, so here's what's interesting, is your belief systems are going to shift a little bit. Just even the way that you said conservative. Conservative is not a bad word. No. But you said it like it was.
Well.
So did you make an interpretation that I might not be conservative? No, but think about this belief system. So you come from a culture. This is not God talking. This is a culture talking that likes to play it small. I've made $37,000 in an hour. I can't live in your town.
Yeah.
I would be very uncomfortable. I don't want to do that because I don't want to be told that that's bad. I would never live there. I'd go home and visit mom and dad. I also don't want to live in a world, honestly, where people make $37 a minute. That makes me uncomfortable. We were talking about Bill Gates. My daughter says, if he drops $100 bills on the ground, he doesn't even have it. He shouldn't even pick it up. It's not worth his time. I met those people. I don't feel comfortable there. They make me feel uncomfortable, like I'm less than, and I'm not less than. Mm-hmm. They're in a stratosphere. So I found a world that I'm comfortable in, and a community that supports what I love, and people who believe similarly. So you're at a point now where your belief system is challenged.
It is.
I love that. You're in the right place. Congratulations. Yay! We want you to keep humble. Yes. Mr. Malcolm, come on up here, real quick. Come here. Come on up here. Stretch your legs. But I'm so happy that I could see that light bulb go off in your head. And that is Marianne Williamson, by the way, on the wall. And that is designed for you. That's who wrote that. Because it's awesome to be challenged. And I also love to push people's buttons because I don't believe that I'm right at all. I can't. There is no belief that I'm right. I have a belief that I'm here to push your buttons. And I do that. And I say all kind of things that shock people. And how do I know that beliefs are not real? Because people come in this, and everyone who's been through Forbes Factor came in believing something, and y'all left believing something completely else. Look at the faces. So look at Tim, turn around, look at Bob. Right there, turn around, look at Bob, look at Jane. She came in believing something. Leah, you came in believing something. You believe that same thing now? No. Stace, you believe the same thing? Yeah, people come in here with whatever belief they had, and they leave with a different belief. And then that will evolve again. And so what I can guarantee is whatever your belief is, we have the ability to shatter it and have you renew it. Hey! All right, come on here. So what's going on? You need to take that, that's what we're done.
So no, I just wanted to comment, elaborate, or just give my own comment as well. I think there's sometimes some confusion with humility and pride and ego. And from a Christian religious standpoint, you can look at the ego as God being the only ego, basically. Like there's a lot of people who, have big egos, but that's more of a self-ego, thinking they're the best and blah, blah, blah. But if you basically exemplify the qualities of God, then it's great to have a big ego because it's not self-ego, you're exemplifying all the good qualities of God. Like if I look at Forbes, I think Forbes has a huge ego, but that's because every time I come here, I'm always so marveled at everything she says, like her wisdom, her ability to inspire, and all those qualities are qualities that come from God. So that's why.
What's the ego part? How do you define ego?
Well, in the Bible, they say God is the one ego. So basically, yeah, there's self-ego, but that's the bad thing, which maybe you're kind of saying you kind of feel bad because you're saying what's a self-ego? It comes across as being, not humble and comes across as being better than everyone else and that kind of stuff. So I understand.
See, you guys are also using the word, yeah?
Always thinking you're right.
Is that what you I'm sorry, I don't know what that meant. I am always right, but it's my belief, so it must be wrong. Whatever. Well, that's an interesting conversation. So now we're talking about me and my ego.
No, but I meant that in a good way.
No, I know he did.
And like potentially you also have that self-ego, which kind of you feel superior, you have that, kind of.
Well, Craig, now stop. Now, actually,
but,
no, hang on a second.
Yeah,
this is
so
interesting.
that could be there too.
Hang on a second. See, this is your interpretation.
Okay.
I have very little ego. I am right about what I'm right about because because I've experienced a lot. I'm older than a bunch of you, and I've been through a whole lot of life. We agree? Yes. I've learned a lot of lessons. Yes. My whole goal here is to share those lessons to make this actually not about me. It is about making you better. That is the whole job here, is to get you worthy of being on camera and being able to even sell what I do to other people so I can make some more money so we can get, I'm not kidding. I'm not here for me. I'm already done it. If I were here for me, I'd be just sitting here doing my Facebook and communicating. Oh, shoot, at 3 o'clock, I have a radio show. I'm on the radio at 3 o'clock, just to remind you guys all that. You want to be on the radio with me? Yes. Not about ego at all. That's what's so funny. But when I am right about something because of experience, I will tell you that I'm right because I need to be right. I don't really care. But I have a very interesting way of viewing things, and there's some things that are right or wrong. And I'll push it until you show me otherwise, and then if you know me, going, I'm wrong. You have no idea how much I don't care. If I really am wrong, show it to me, and we're great. I'm usually not wrong about what I know. And here's the funny thing. I don't know much. I have no idea how to cook or make clothes, or I don't even know how to pay my taxes, okay? I don't. Because I spend so much time in my world where I am an expert. So if you're an expert at something, teach that, do that, share that knowledge, and move on. That's why I usually say I'm right about those things, because I am. But if you say, what, Forbes, it doesn't really work, okay, I'm wrong. And I honestly, and Daphne knows this because we work together, I don't care. I will fight, however, with Chuck and Daphne and people I know or I work with because I have a visual sense. I market. You know how I'm right? Look at my bank account. I will take a product on television and sell thousands of minutes a dollar, right? You know what's right? The pitch on that, the belief in that product, the fact that you want it. And if you sell it the way I tell you to sell it, and it sells really well, I was by nature right. Okay, doesn't sell, I was wrong. You tell me something to tweak, well, I make it better. We dollars per minute can show that you were right. That's awesome. But I don't care, do I, Chuck? But I will fight about making it. But by the way, when we work on some things, am I right?
Usually, yes. 9 times out of 10.
Because that's my genius.
Yeah.
That comes to pitching, tweaking emails. The way we verbalize things. Absolutely. I hear it like music. Let me tell you something. You hit one wrong note, it's wrong. If you play a song and it all works, are you right? Yeah. But you didn't play it for your own sake. If you played it so other people could hear beautiful music. And that, my lover, is, and if you want to call that ego, I'm totally cool with that. It took me a long time to, one, be transparent. I tell stories that make me look horrible because it isn't about me. And I'm living in a space that I'm having the most amazing time of my life, not caring. Jane, come here for a second real quick.
Did you set them up?
Yeah, because the other thing too that I don't want to get into obviously this time is I can't debate what God said. I have no idea. What I don't like is when one person says that's what he said. Because again, I feel like it's this. So that's my only question. Is it's your interpretation. Congratulations, we should all have one. You're not right or wrong. And if anyone thinks somebody else is wrong, that's the thing I have a problem.
So I'm in the back, chomping at the bit to actually speak on this because there's so many things coming up for me. But the first thing is, as far as your beliefs are concerned, I guess the ultimate thing is this working for me or is this limiting me? That's like a good thing to consider. Personally, that's my experience, and it's really been helpful to figure out, is this working for me, is this not? Because your belief, oftentimes it's handed down to you, like folks said, from your environment. The other thing is, from a yogic perspective, yoga philosophy, there's like the small ego and there's the big ego. Aligning with yourself and your source is aligning, like taking the limited perspectives and the bag of bones and the stuff you've accumulated in stories that don't work for you yet, that keep you playing small. And alignment with self and with source is getting back with that larger sense of ego, which is, like I said, your source. You could call it God, you could call it creation or creator, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Words get very confusing. But aligning with yourself and with your source and with your spirit, that's when the two egos merge. And that's the place, that's what I teach. And that's where I'm coming from, and that's what I'm trying to share with the world. So.
Had an interesting one. By the way, congratulations. Thank you for opening up that conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, very base thing.
And I'm not in no way pushing my barriers on you all. I'm just exposing my barrier. And
Yeah.
That's
No, and I appreciate
I'm being challenged.
Yeah, that vulnerability is really beautiful and powerful.
Let me tell you something. We have all, give them a ground of applause. We have this to challenge people to their, when we're not doing this class, we challenge people to their very core. And for me, and you guys have all experienced, is there a right or wrong? No, this is where I do believe I'm right, 100%. I believe you have no right to believe that you're right or wrong. So for you to believe that you are right and everyone else is wrong is the biggest sin I think anyone can commit. I don't care what you believe. There's no way that there's this many people on the planet believing all these different things and you're the one that's right. How can you be right? Did the universe not talk to everybody? How do you give so many different messages? So believe what you believe. Own it. Love it. Enjoy it. Don't kill somebody else over it. Don't hurt somebody else. Don't even try to convert someone else if it's working for them. That's a weird philosophy. I'm going to tell you how right I am. Well, okay. Is there a space for me to be right too? I don't believe the way you do. Is that okay? And as soon as somebody says no, that's when I shut down. Oh, wow. Because I will teach all of this to you, whatever it is that I do. You go off and do what you want to do. But just, I don't like people who shut other people down. And that's what I think part of the organized world does. You're right, we are this group. Oh, no, wait. We were Christians, now we're Lutherans. I don't know which one. I don't really care which one of you right. Believe what you do. Enjoy, love. Have holidays. Celebrate. Just don't try to hurt somebody else because they don't believe the way you do. And if it all came from one place, how did somebody get the one envelope that was right? I got the envelope. I'm right. So, and it's not, you can't even debate it because it's too controversial. All I care about is how you communicate it. And all I think that Jane said, which is great, is be happy. And so what you're feeling right now is an uncomfortableness with some things you've been taught to believe and some new things you've looked at going, wow, I feel different than I used to. You know, whenever somebody breaks away from their parents, their teaching, has that ever happened before? Somebody's now not a Mormon or not a Christian or he becomes a Christian. People do it all the time. They move. That seems to be part of the joy of being human. I don't know. And when someone finds the one thing that's right, hang on to it, don't tell anyone else. How you doing there, Teresa? We just became very biblical.
No, I love this topic.
It is a fascinating topic. But again, here's the cool thing. If you learn to communicate, you can get your beliefs out there louder than someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Absolutely.
what do you think about ego there, Joshua? What do you write about? By the way, I think that's one of the humblest, most beautiful things that you can be. Is to simply say, I'm wrong, or I don't know, or please help me. And that's where I'm living in a really cool space. That's why I go to class all the time. I'm only teaching you exactly what I know. A lot of things I don't know. A lot of things I don't do right, but I don't really care. I'm here to learn.
Do it wrong and get it over with and have a little fun while you're at it.
Well, that's the thing. That's where when you said conservative, that's a word that I have a problem with. Conservative doesn't seem to equal fun. Conservative seems to be all kind of buttoned up. And I guess my biggest problem is hearing stories of people when they unbutton what happens that we're not supposed to hear behind closed doors. Hypocrisy is the thing that I hate most. One thing and I say something else, and I'm going to make you believe that you should do that even though I'm doing something else. Because humans are messed up. All right, so the thing I do like about Jesus in the Bible is we should all write a book. That's why Jesus is famous. His dad was a best-selling author. Not a joke. It's true.
Yes.
Somehow, if you write it down, it must-
Handwritten.
So forget the whole that. I said that as a joke, but the point is, we're talking about writing books and creating your own space and leading others. Okay. On that note, poor Stacy's falling asleep. She's hungry. I'm hungry. Did it stop raining?
It did stop raining.
All right. Food is a block and a half away. He's hungry. 'Cause I am. Yeah, I'm really hungry. I want you to find someone that you didn't come with, that you haven't known very well, and pair up with them. You are your lunch buddy. 3 things you must do at lunch. Unfortunately, fortunately game. Play it back and forth until your head hurts. Play it so that you get fast at it. First letter, last letter game. Play it so that you get really good at it. If Malcolm, if you don't know which they find a partner to do that with. Play these games over lunch. The next thing that you have to start thinking about when we come back is, what is it you are going to be talking about when you get the space? Are you inspiring someone to do something? Are you teaching something? What are you doing in the space? And this is not the last thing you're going to do. This is the first thing you're going to tell me you're going to do. I'm going to tell you what you mostly monetize what you do in the space. Are you teaching what you do? If you were a little confused and you said you were doing real estate but not doing it anymore, what are you doing? What do you want to be doing? Good, Bob, I know what yours is. We know what yours is. Yours is about creating course and content and being the ultimate, communicator when it comes to all the disaster things that you know, encouraging others. Jane is getting a good handle on what an expert she is teaching. Let me figure out what you're going to be doing, what direction you're going to go in. We're going to put you on the stage, and if I said you get to sell something, what is it? Okay. Did I tell you what the homework's going to be tonight? Because it's a surprise. You did tonight's homework really well. Yeah, okay. On that note, I promise I will tell. All right. So here's the deal. We have to walk to lunch. It is raining a little bit. We're going to be back here at 2:30. Okay.
Is that
cool?
Central?
No, it's an hour and 15 minutes from now.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, you guys can come. So Teresa, where are you, by the way?
I'm in Amarillo, Texas today.
Oh, we used to be here.
I know.
Oh, well, we need to be doing this in Texas is the problem. All my exes live in Texas.
I know it. Well, I'll come there for sure. No problem.
Well, I will tell you, February Forbes Factor is shaping up to be an amazing.
Can't wait.
It was just off the chart. It was the best.
I cannot wait.
We came back for the second one. It was mind blowing.
I cannot wait.
I have the most amazing time doing this.
And I love that you love it because it helps us all love what we do. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love you. Seriously, it's awesome. And I hope I did not offend